Welcome students to lecture 7 of projectile motion. So far we studied about the motion of a projectile from the ground. Now we are going to discuss projectile motion from some height. That means if we project a body from a particular height, so what are the different parameters of the projectile and what are the equations of trajectory of projectile we are going to discuss. Let us begin the session. So first we need to analyze so how many times we can project a body from height into air. Let us see. In this session we are going to deal with projection of a projectile from the height, horizontal projection. That means the projectile makes zero angle with respect to the horizontal from the height. The height of the tower or height of the point where we are projecting the body, let us take h. This is case 1. Next, in the same way, the projectile motion from the height by making some angle theta above the horizontal. So this is the projectile. We are projecting that by giving some initial velocity by making some angle theta with respect to the horizontal. So this line is considered as horizontal here, and what are the trajectory from this point after how much of time it will strike the ground, that we will discuss. And next case will be projectile motion from the height by making some angle theta with respect to the below the horizontal. So these are the three cases we are going to discuss. So case 1 is horizontal projection, case 2 is projection from the height by making some angle theta above the horizontal, by making some angle theta below the horizontal. So here horizontal velocity is u and here velocity is also u. So now to discuss these cases, we need to know what are the sign conventions. So sign convention also already we discussed. If you project a body from a particular height, the distances we are measuring from the where we are projecting the body, that point can be considered as a reference point. So we know that above the reference point, the physical quantities can be taken as positive sign. Towards right, the physical quantity is taken as positive sign, and towards left the physical quantity is taken as negative sign. Towards down the projectile or toward down the reference point, that can be taken as negative. So these are the sign conventions we are going to take for this kind of motion. So now let us discuss one by one. Now I am going to discuss about horizontal projection from the height. Horizontal projection from height. So the height I am taking as h. Let us take. So h is the height of the point from where the projectile is projected. In what way it is projected? Horizontally it is projected. So when it is projected horizontally, the angle made by the projectile with respect to the horizontal is 0. So by giving some initial velocity u, we are projecting into air along the horizontal. So now at point of projection, let us write its physical quantities. At point of projection, its horizontal velocity ux is equals to u, and its vertical velocity, there is no vertical velocity because it is horizontal projection, that's why uy equals to 0. Next, in the same way, Horizontal acceleration. We know that in a case of a projectile motion at any instant of time, its horizontal velocity is constant. That's why rate of change of constant quantities gives 0. Therefore, Ax equals to 0. Next, vertical acceleration. So vertical acceleration is nothing but after the projection the body in the influence of the gravitational force. Therefore its acceleration is equals to minus g. Why it is minus g? It is always acts towards the center of the earth. So after projecting the body from the height, so this is the trajectory followed by the projectile. So in this case, for suppose after some time t seconds, this is the velocity vector of the projectile. So at this instant, it has both velocities. So initially it has only horizontal velocity u, but vertical velocity is 0. So as it is set into motion, as it is reaching towards the earth, what happens? It has both velocities. So vx and the same way vy. So Vy is negative sign because it is downwards. According to sign convention, downward physical quantities can be taken as negative. In the same way, acceleration due to gravity is also downwards. That is also negative. And Vx is equals to Ux, that is equals to U. It is always constant and positive because it is towards right. In the same way, Ax is equals to 0. Now after some time the projectile makes an angle of theta with respect to the horizontal. Initially with respect to the horizontal, what is the angle made by the projectile? Theta equals to 0. But here after some time the projectile makes an angle with theta with respect to the horizontal. Now let us write the expression for after some time what is the velocity vector. Okay, so after t seconds velocity of projectile. So after t seconds its velocity, horizontal velocity vx is equals to ux, that is equals to u. And what about vy? Vy is equals to uy plus ay into t. So vy is minus vy and uy is 0 and ay is equals to minus gt. Therefore its vertical velocity after t seconds vy is equals to gt. Now we will write the velocity vector of it. So v bar is equals to vxi plus vyj. So vxi is ui plus vyj is gt into j, we can write. This is the velocity vector of the projectile after t seconds. Now then what is its magnitude? So magnitude of this vector or magnitude of the projectile after t seconds, we are going to write u square plus g square t square is the magnitude of velocity. Magnitude of velocity. Then sometimes they are asking after t seconds what is the angle made by the projectile with respect to the horizontal. So after t seconds, if you want to find out the angle made by the projectile, we need to find with the help of this right angle triangle. So I am going to write this quantity is Vy and this quantity is Vx. Therefore angle made by projectile, angle made by projectile after t seconds, tan theta is equals to Vy by Vx. So tan theta Vy is what? Vy is equals to gt. Therefore Uy is u. Therefore this is the angle made by the projectile with respect to the horizontal after t seconds. Right. Now let us discuss about the what is the time taken by the projectile to reach the ground. Time taken by projectile to reach the ground. So time taken is influenced by the vertical component. That means where the acceleration is present in that direction only we are going to calculate the time taken. So see, in case of the horizontal projection, so height of the projection is h, initial velocity is u, after for suppose t seconds it strikes the ground. So how long the body will be in the air, that simply we can say it as a time of descent or time of flight also we can say. So how long it will be in the air. So now I am going to apply second equation of motion. S is equals to ut plus half at square. So this we need to apply for vertical direction. Therefore S is equals to uy ay t square. So uy is equals to 0, ay equals to minus g, and s, so s is equals to minus h, because according to sign convention we are measuring the height of the tower from the point of projection to ground. That's why it is negative sign. Substitute the values. So minus h, this uy is 0, 0 into t is 0, minus half gt square. Therefore h is equals to half gt square is the height of the tower. In the same way, if you want to find out the time taken, 2h by g. So this is the time taken by projectile to reach the ground. Okay, right. Now let us discuss. So what is the distance traveled along horizontal and vertical distance also we will discuss. Right. So horizontal distance traveled is nothing but it is range of projectile. Range of projectile on reaching the ground we are going to calculate. So range nothing but what is the horizontal distance traveled by the projectile is known to be range. So to find out the range we need to take the horizontal velocity into consideration, that is ux is equals to u, and the time taken along this direction will be t, and this is equals to range. So range of projectile r is equals to ux into t. So ux is always constant, that is equals to u, t nothing but 2h by g. So this is the range of the projectile. And if you want to write down the horizontal distance traveled after t seconds. So horizontal distance traveled after t seconds, we can write x is equals to ux into t, x is equals to u into t. From this we can write t is equals to x by u. This is after t seconds. Next, in the same way, try to write the vertical distance traveled after t seconds. So vertical distance traveled after t seconds, just now we derived. So h is equals to half gt square. This vertical distance I am expressing with y. So y is equals to half gt square, equation number 9. Now we have the expressions for time. So time expression is what? Time is equals to x by u, and vertical displacement expression as y is equals to half gt square. Now let us substitute this expression here. Therefore y is equals to half g times of x by u whole square. So half gx square by u square is equals to y. Therefore, y is equals to g by 2u square times of x square. So this I am taking as a constant k. Therefore, y is equals to kx square. So here, if you observe this equation, so this is nothing but equation of parabola. So that means the trajectory of projectile which is projected horizontally from particular height is parabola. So this is the expression for a trajectory of projectile. If in the theory exam they may be asked, so prove that the trajectory of projectile which is projected horizontally from some height is parabola, then you need to derive like this. Okay, so y is equals to kx square. Right, now let us discuss with what velocity the projectile will touches the ground. So we are writing velocity with which it strikes the ground. Right. So after t seconds we need to find, that means after final time before going to touch the ground, so we need to find its velocity. So this is the direction of velocity vector by resolving this into two components. So I am taking that angle with which it touches the ground as theta, and this is v, and this is vx, this will be vy. Okay, so sometimes they are asking what is the angle with which it strikes the ground. Right, so final velocity after t seconds we are going to write vx. So vx is equals to u only, and vy is equals, just now we derived gt, therefore v bar is equals to vxi plus vyj. At v is equals to v bar equals to u plus gt ui gtj. So magnitude of its velocity with which it strikes the ground is equals to u square plus g square t square. So this is the final velocity. Final velocity with which the projectile strikes the ground. Okay, so this we can also rewrite as, so h is equals to half gt square. This we can also express as, in the place of g square t square, 2gh is equals to g square t square. I am taking this side, 2h is equals to gt square. I am multiplying g on both sides, therefore g square t square. So after substituting here, we are going to get its final velocity when it touches the ground. So u square plus 2gh. This we can derive with the help of third equation of motion. From third equation of motion, vy square minus uy square is equals to 2as. So vy square is minus vy. So minus vy square. Okay. So uy square is 0 square minus 2g, and here it will be h. Therefore vy square is equals to 2gh we can write. In the same way, vx square we can write, u square we can write. By adding that two, we are going to get this expression. So this is 9. and this will be 10. So with what angle it strikes the ground? So tan theta is equals to, again we can write, so this is vertical component. So vertical component under root of 2gh by horizontal component as u, or tan theta is equals to gt by u also we can write. So this is the angle made by the projectile with which it strikes the ground. Right, now let us discuss the elevation of a point. So angle made by the top of a tower with respect to point of striking. So when the particle strikes the ground with respect to that point of striking, so what will be the elevation of that height we need to find. So this is the point of projection, it touches the ground. Now they are asking the elevation of the tower with respect to the point of striking. This is the point of striking. So we need to find the angle with respect to this. So this will be alpha I am taking. Okay, so this is height and it is range. Now let us substitute from figure tan alpha equals to h by r. So what is h? H is equals to half gt square, we know it already. In the same way r is equals to u into under root of 2h by g we can write, or r is equals to u into t we can write. Substitute that. So tan alpha equals to h value half gt square by ut we can write. So t get cancelled. So therefore gt by 2u we can write, that is equals to tan alpha. So just now we derived that. So angle with which it strikes the ground as tan theta as gt by u. So let us substitute this gt by u as tan theta. Therefore tan alpha is equals to tan theta by 2 is an angle of elevation with respect to the projectile where it touches the ground. Okay, so these are the some physical quantities related to the horizontal projection. Now let us discuss some applications related to the horizontal projection. Sir, give me some examples for where this horizontal projection will be helpful. So in case of a war fields, if you want to attack the enemy locations, so we are using the bomber planes. So with the help of the bomber planes, so for suppose this is the target we need to attack. So from this plane we are dropping the bombs. So when you drop the bomb exactly above the enemy location, it will not reach us to the target. We cannot hit the target. By dropping exactly above the location, we are unable to target the enemy location. Then what we can do? We need to give some horizontal velocity to the bomb when it is at a certain distance from the enemy locations. So when you release the bomb here from certain distance from the enemy center, then what will happen? So due to influence of the gravitational force, when it is fired horizontally, it will reaches the target exactly. So in these cases we are using. In the same way, in flood relief cases, so what they will do, they have used to drop food packets from the particular height. So in what way they need to drop the food packets from the planes? They need to drop the food packets from the plane not exactly by above the that person. So in what way he has to drop? From a particular distance away from the that person, they has to drop the food packets and whatever the things they need, then only it will reaches to the person. Okay na? So here one important application is there with respect to the pilot. With respect to pilot, what is the trajectory of projectile? In the same way, with respect to observer, what is the trajectory of the projectile? Okay na? So in two, with respect to two persons, we need to analyze the trajectory of the projectile. So see, when the pilot drops the food packet here, so as he won't stop here, he continuously moving in the same direction. So as he is moving in the same direction by giving with some velocity, so try to understand the scenario. So here it will be the food packet, and then next case here it will be the food packet, because that body and as well as the pilot both are in motion with the same horizontal velocity. So he is moving with the same velocity, and he is also the food packet also moving with the same horizontal velocity. And the same way the vertical velocity, if you observe, the vertical velocity is also same. So that's why with respect to the pilot, the trajectory of the food packet or the projectile or bomb, it will be straight line. So with respect to pilot, it is straight line, and with respect to the observer from the ground, the trajectory of the bomb is parabola. If you observe the trajectory, it will be like this. So it reaches the ground here. So with respect to the observer, the trajectory is parabola. Okay, right. Let us take one more application. So there are two towers of heights h1 and h2. A person drops or throws a stone from the tower 1. It reaches exactly the top of the second tower. Now they are asking in this case, what is the separation between the towers? In the same way, what is the time of flight? So this height we can take it as h1 minus h2. Okay, so the same level will be here. So with h2, it is the same level of the point. So this we can take simply as h. And what is the velocity of the projection? U is the velocity of the projection. Therefore, time taken by projectile to reach the another tower of height h2 we can write. So time taken formula is under root of 2h by g. So here h we know that h1 minus h2 into h1 minus h2 by g. So this is the time. Then they are asking what is the separation between the towers. So separation between the towers nothing but this range only. So range is equals to horizontal velocity into time taken. Therefore velocity of projection is u, and time taken will be 2 times of h1 minus h2 by g. Okay, right. Next, let us take one more application. Let us consider a staircase. So a staircase of each step height height of the each step, let us take h, and width of the each step is b. Therefore, a ball is projected horizontally from the top of the staircase. So they are asking what is the number of steps. The number of steps in a staircase is n. So what is the number of steps to hit the ball directly the nth step of the staircase? So what is the nth step? We don't know. So what is the nth step? How many steps it has to be present in a staircase to hit if it is projected with a particular velocity u? So try to understand this scenario. So when it is reaching the staircase, for suppose it reaching the staircase here, the bottom of the staircase, and total height traveled by the ball will be n times of the h. That means vertical distance is nh. In the same way, the width of the each step is given as b. Therefore, what is the horizontal distance traveled by it? So b, 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 b. Like that, how many times of b? N times of the b. Let us write the condition here. A ball rolls off from the top of a staircase with horizontal velocity u. If each step has height h and width b, then the ball will just hit the nth step directly if n is equals to what? Okay, right. So I am going to write the expression for this is vertical distance and this is horizontal distance, nothing but range only. So range we can write as ut, and this we can write nh. So nh we can write as half gt square. Let us eliminate the value of t from this. Therefore this range we know that already nb. So nb is equals to ut. T we can write nb by u, you can write. So substitute here. So nh is equals to half g times of nb by u whole square. So 2nh by g is equals to n square b square by u square. So we can cancel n on both sides. So our aim is to find nth step. So how many steps it contains to directly hit the ground step, that means nth step. Therefore n is equals to 2hu square by gb square. So this is a standard expression. If you remember this like a standard bit, it is very useful in simplifying the some problems. Okay na? So here the scenario is from a staircase a ball is projected horizontally by giving some initial velocity u. So it has to hit the nth step directly if the nth step condition satisfied is what? So the condition for nth step will be 2hu square by gb square. If this condition is satisfied, directly this ball hits the nth step. Otherwise it can hit somewhere here or somewhere here, like that. Right, let us discuss Till now we studied about the if the object projected horizontally from the head. Now let us discuss about the projectile motion from height by making an angle theta above the horizontal. So this is also projection from the height. So projection from the height, but in what way it is projected? It is projected by making some angle theta above the horizontal. Okay, let us take this is the point from where we are projecting this. With respect to the horizontal, the angle made by the projectile is theta. Then height of the projection is h. The trajectory of the projectile will be like this. So again it is also in the form of parabola only. So this is the horizontal distance where it touches the ground from the top of the tower. So this is the range, simply we can say. And if you observe this projectile motion, so it reaches the same level of projection after some time. So when it reaches the same level of projection after some time, so this we can consider as the time taken to reach the same level of projection is known to be time of flight. Okay, now so from this we can easily write time taken by projectile to reach the same level of projection is capital T. Time of flight we can say it as therefore 2u sin theta by g. So this is time taken to reach the same level of projection. Now let us study, so what are the values of the, or what are the parameters of the projectile at initial case. So we are resolving this velocity into two components. One is as ux is equals to u cos theta, uy is equals to u sin theta. So therefore at point of projection we can write ux is equals to u cos theta and ax is equals to 0 and uy is equals to u sin theta and ay is equals to minus g, because acceleration due to gravity downwards. Now let us write the whatever the time taken by projectile to reach the ground. Time taken by projectile to reach the ground. So we know that time taken is purely depends on vertical components. Therefore s is equals to uyt plus half ay t square. So s nothing but the height we are taking minus h, s is equals to minus h, it is projected above this and reaches the ground this point. Right, uy is equals to u sin theta and ay is equals to minus g, s is equals to minus h. Let us substitute here. Minus h is equals to u sin theta into t minus half gt square. Let us rewrite this. Minus h is equals to, I am taking 2 LCM here, so on right side, so 2u sin theta into t minus gt square. So we are going to get a quadratic equation. Let us try to simplify the quadratic equation to get the time. So therefore gt square minus 2u sin theta into t minus 2h is equals to 0. Okay, right, our aim is to find time. So time t is equals to minus b minus of minus 2u sin theta plus or minus root of b square. So minus 2u sin theta whole square, nothing but 4u square sin square theta minus 4ac, 4ac value minus 2h by 2g. Therefore 2u sin theta plus or minus, so here we can get common 4 outside, so 2 will come outside. Therefore u square sin square theta plus 2gh by 2g. Therefore time taken to reach the ground u sin theta plus or minus root of u square sin square theta plus 2gh by g. So this time taken if we use to find out the horizontal distance. So horizontal distance we can find, that is nothing but range. So range of projectile is nothing but horizontal velocity into time taken. So what is horizontal velocity? U cos theta, and substitute this time taken in this expression. You are going to get from the foot of the tower to where the particle strikes the ground, we are going to get it. Next, in the same way, similarly, we need to find out with what velocity the projectile strikes the ground. So by using the same equations of motion, we are going to get the velocity with which it strikes the ground. Okay, so derivation we are not doing here, same way of doing the derivation by taking the third equation of motion. So vy square minus uy square is equals to 2a. Yes, so vy will be minus vy, and here uy will be u sin theta whole square, and 2 a value is minus g, and this is minus h. Therefore minus vy square is minus u square sin square theta is equals to 2g h. Therefore vy square is equals to, we are going to write as u square sin square theta, that we can write 2gh minus u square sin square theta. In the same way vx square we are going to get u square cos square theta. By simplifying these two with the help of v is equals to root of vx square plus vy square, we are going to get u square plus 2gh. So this we are going to get. Right, so this is the final velocity of the projectile with which it strikes the ground. Next, in the same way, the angle with which it strikes the ground. So angle with which it strikes the ground. Therefore tan alpha is equals to, what is the value of vy? So vy after some time t seconds, vy we can write uy plus at we can write after t seconds. So vy, here uy nothing but what? U sin theta. U sin theta, this a value is minus gt. Then what about vx? Vx is constant, that is equals to u cos theta. Therefore tan alpha is equals to what we can write, Vy by Vx. Therefore tan alpha is equals to u sin theta minus gt by u cos theta we can write. Otherwise we can also express this as under root of tan alpha is equals to under root of u square sin square theta plus 2gh, this expression, by u cos theta. This is the angle with which it strikes the ground. Next projection will be projection from height by making an angle theta below the horizontal. Right. So this is the height of projection. So now in what way we are projecting this? By making some angle theta below the horizontal. Now this is u value. Okay, so again here we have the two components, one is ux, another one is uy. So at point of projection, ux is equals to u cos theta, uy is equals to u sin theta. In the same way, ax is equals to 0, ay equals to minus g. Right, so similar way of deriving these formulas. So time taken to reach the ground, so time taken, again we are getting a quadratic equation like, so h minus h is equals to u sin theta into t minus half gt square. After simplifying this t value, we are going to get u sin theta plus or minus root of u square sin square theta plus 2gh by 2. So this is the time. In the same way, range, so where it strikes the ground, if you want to find, so ux into t, that is u cos theta into t we can write. This is the time of reaching the ground, and this is the range of the projectile. In the same way, final velocity with which it strikes the ground, v is equals to u square plus 2gh. In the same way, angle with which it strikes the ground, tan alpha equals to, similar expression we are going to get, that is under root of u square sin square theta plus 2gh by u cos theta. Here only the change is, instead of projecting by making angle theta above the horizontal, it is projected below the horizontal by making an angle theta. That's it. The rest of the quantities and trajectory will be same. Okay, let us take one comparison between the different projections here. Let us take different bodies are projected from the same height. So one is projected vertically upwards, another one is projected horizontally, A, B, and the C is projected by making some angle theta above the horizontal, and let us take D is projected by making an angle theta below the horizontal, and the last one is projected downwards by giving some initial velocity u. So these are the 5 bodies we are projecting from the same height. The height of projection for these projectiles or object is same, and the same way they are projected with the same initial velocity. So if they projected with the same initial velocity from the same height, so all the bodies will touches the ground with same velocity. That means final velocity attained by all the bodies will be same, that is equals to v. We can write u square plus 2gh. So this is the final velocity of the projectile with which it strikes the ground in different cases. Okay na sir, what about time taken? So time taken is different for different projectiles amount. So time taken is different. Sir, which will take minimum time to reach the ground? The object which is projected downwards, that will take minimum time. So minimum time is taken by body which is dropped vertically downwards. Sir, which will take the maximum time? The object which is projected vertically upwards. Object which is projected vertically upwards, that will take, that takes maximum time. So this is one application. If the scenarios will be given like this, so simply we can analyze the theory questions related to this kind of concept. Okay, thank you, stay safe.